Yeah. I think what it was too was, like, when I met Scott, like, like he was more of a country western guy than, I was born and raised in Detroit, so I was always kind of a Motown guy. And then, like, once West Coast rap got really hot, especially Death Row, it was like we started listening to Death Row a lot in the car, and, like, there was, a lot of people. It was an old Mac 10 song, and in this Mac 10 song, they robbed this McDonald's, and one dude says to the other dude in the car, he says, "Man, I've been wanting to do that for 2 years." And the other dude says, "Man, I've been wanting to do that for life." And that's what we got. I mean, we got, like, most of our catchphrases and things like that. We got from all West Coast rap. So immediately, then I remember I put my headband on backwards like Tupac. Here's a 35-year-old white guy putting his headband on backwards. But it worked. I mean, it was just like, because people were, MTV was red hot, and people were watching MTV raps, and then they were watching wrestling, and we would have had to, we'll just go ahead, we'll cross pollinate this ourselves. Like, we know this is what the hottest thing is right now, because 2 years earlier than that, the Chronic came out. So it was actually maybe 93 Chronic came out. Yeah, I think Chronic came out in 93. But I mean, like, that was when Dre and everybody else just kind of blew up. And so, yeah, it was, like I said, just everything just kind of fell into place, and it was, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that now.
No way. And to think back at that point, in the end, right before the NWO, I was like, I don't know, wrestling business is kind of like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, this WWF is okay, WCW is okay, but then the NWO hit, and man, you guys changed wrestling forever. And then you saw millions upon millions of people watch. You ever kind of sit back and think and reflect and say, me and Hall especially, and you could throw Hogan and the NWO in the mix, obviously, but you guys were kind of like the trendsetters to all that. And even to Austin and Austin versus Vince, you guys kind of set it off.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing was, is like I always say, like, we showed Vince, how to build the Saturn V, and then once we built it, he, kicked our astronauts out of the capsule and said, "I got it from here."
Absolutely. And then obviously Austin and McMahon took off. But with the NWO, I just, looking back, I remember, like, everything was so epic, whether it's Sting or, you beating Goldberg's streak. It's just so many things kind of happen. And you were always kind of the mainstay and always kind of the heart and soul, even of WCW at that point.